Did you know that some foods can make breathing harder over time? People often think that smoking and air pollution are the biggest dangers to lung health, but what you eat matters too. Certain foods can lead to swelling in the lungs, extra mucus, and even breathing problems. When the lungs don't work well, the whole body suffers because it doesn't get enough oxygen. But which foods are slowly hurting the lungs without you knowing? And how can cutting them out make a big difference in your health? In today's video, we will talk about 7 common foods that can secretly damage the lungs. Many of these are eaten every day without realizing the harm they cause. Make sure to watch until the end because the last one is surprisingly dangerous and often ignored. 1. Processed meats. Processed meats like bacon, sausages, ham, and hot dogs may taste really good, but they can hurt your lungs in a big way. These meats have chemicals called nitrates that help keep them fresh for a long time, but these chemicals can cause your lungs to get inflamed, making it harder for you to breathe. If you already have breathing problems like asthma or any other lung disease, it can make it much worse. Over time, eating processed meats can damage the lungs and make it easier for diseases to take over. And that's not all. Processed meats are full of salt too, which can make breathing even harder. Too much salt can cause your airways to swell up, which means your lungs get less oxygen. The more swelling you have, the more it can feel like you're struggling for air. So instead of eating bacon or sausages, try eating lean meats like chicken or fish. These options are much better for your lungs. 2. Sugary drinks. Sugary drinks like soda, energy drinks, and sweetened juices can be really bad for your lungs, even though they might taste good. The sugar in these drinks causes inflammation in your body, including in your lungs. When your lungs are inflamed, it can make it harder to breathe. If you already have a lung problem, like asthma, sugary drinks can make it even worse. Drinking too many sugary drinks can also lead to weight gain, which puts more pressure on your lungs and makes it harder to breathe comfortably. Even worse, sugary drinks can cause your airways to fill up with thick mucus. When this happens, it's hard to breathe, and you might feel like you're constantly coughing or wheezing. It's a bad cycle that gets worse the more sugary drinks you have. Instead of soda or energy drinks, try drinking water, herbal tea, or fruit juices with no added sugar. Water is especially great for thinning out mucus in the lungs, which helps you breathe easier. 3. Fried foods. Fried foods, like French fries, fried chicken, and other deep-fried snacks, taste super yummy, but they are not good for your lungs. These foods have unhealthy fats called trans fats, which cause inflammation in the body. Inflammation in the lungs can make it hard to breathe and increase the chance of lung infections. Plus, eating fried foods can make you gain weight, which puts extra pressure on your lungs, making it even harder to take a deep breath. If you keep eating fried foods, you'll notice that breathing becomes a bigger and bigger challenge. Fried foods can also cause acid reflux, which means the stomach acid can come up into your throat. This can irritate your airways and make you cough or wheeze. People who have asthma often feel their symptoms get worse after eating fried foods. So instead of deep frying, try baking or grilling your food. These cooking methods are much better for your lungs. 4. Dairy products. Dairy products like milk, cheese, and butter might seem okay, but they can actually cause problems for your lungs. Dairy has a protein called casein, which can cause your body to make more mucus. When you have too much mucus, your airways get blocked, making it hard to breathe. If you have asthma or other lung problems, eating too much dairy can make your symptoms worse. The extra mucus can also cause you to cough a lot and feel stuffy, which makes breathing even harder. Dairy can also cause inflammation in some people, which makes lung problems even worse. While not everyone reacts badly to dairy, if you notice that your breathing gets worse after eating it, you might want to cut back. Luckily, there are plenty of dairy-free options like almond milk or soy milk, which don't have the same negative effects on your lungs. Reducing your dairy intake can help make your breathing easier and keep your lungs healthier. 5. Excessive salt. Salt is something your body needs, but too much of it can cause a lot of problems, especially for your lungs. When you eat a lot of salty foods, your body holds onto extra water. This water can build up in your lungs, making it hard to breathe. If you already have lung problems like asthma or COPD, eating too much salt can make everything worse. Over time, too much salt can cause your lungs to work less properly, and that makes it harder for your body to get enough oxygen. A lot of processed foods like chips, canned soups, and fast food have hidden salt in them. You might not even realize how much salt you're eating. Even a small amount of extra salt can add up and hurt your lungs over time. The good news is that you can protect your lungs by eating less salt. Try cooking at home with fresh ingredients and using herbs and spices to make your food tasty. 6. Alcohol. Drinking too much alcohol can hurt your body in many ways, including your lungs. Alcohol weakens your immune system, which makes it harder for your body to fight lung infections. People who drink a lot may get sick with things like pneumonia and other lung diseases. Alcohol can also dry out your body, which makes the mucus in your lungs thicker. When mucus gets thick, it blocks your airways and makes it harder to breathe. Another problem is that alcohol can cause swelling in the lungs. Some types of alcohol, like wine, have chemicals called sulfites that can make asthma worse. Alcohol also hurts the tiny hairs in your airways, called cilia, that help clear out dust and germs. If these hairs aren't working properly, it's easier for infections to get into your lungs. 7. Artificial sweeteners and preservatives. Many foods that are labeled as sugar-free or diet contain artificial sweeteners and preservatives. These chemicals can be bad for your lungs. They can make your lungs swell up, which makes it harder to breathe. Some artificial sweeteners, like aspartame, can make asthma worse and irritate your lungs. If you already have trouble breathing, eating these chemicals can make things even harder. Preservatives in processed foods, like those found in dried fruits, wine, and packaged snacks, can also cause breathing problems. One common preservative, called sulfites, can make people wheeze and have trouble breathing. It's important to be careful about the foods you eat because these chemicals can hurt your lungs over time. To keep your lungs safe, choose fresh, natural foods without all the added chemicals, and always check the labels on foods to make sure you're not getting anything that could harm your lungs. The food you eat can really affect how your lungs feel. Some foods can make it harder to breathe and even cause mucus to build up in your lungs. Wouldn't it feel amazing to breathe easily every day? By cutting out processed meats, sugary drinks, fried foods, dairy, too much salt, alcohol, and chemicals, you can help your lungs stay strong. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you breathe better, feel more energetic, and lower the chance of lung problems. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe for more easy health tips. Share it with someone who could use this advice, and remember, every healthy choice counts toward a better tomorrow.